I'm afraid you might lose followers.
All right, there, traders. Okay, so we just got back from day one at Rose City Comic Con. And we just did a quick walkthrough. We showed up a little bit later after opening, and we did a quick walkthrough, and we got about maybe a third of the way through the exhibition hall. Saw some fantastic art, beautiful art there. Hooked up and chatted with the guys from Hive Comics and a couple creators. And I just want to show off a few things that I snagged today. We stopped by the Aftershock booth, and they gave got some business cards. Gave us a bunch of bunch of goodies. We got some dark red Band-Aids. Can't really see you can't. So some dark red Band-Aids, very cool. Looks like we got Fable Station, my friend, and TM Nerdy. How's it going? Yeah, just gonna show off a few things over on Instagram. We got Bullseye Bob in here, and Fargate. How you guys doing today? Great South Bay Comics. Hello. All right, so a couple of books that I picked up. Of course, like I said, we went to the Aftershock booth, and I was able to snag a few of these. They had We Live #2. That's the 1 in 10 incentive variant. They had a lot of really cool limited run variants in there. Bunny Mask #1, the We Live #1. Both of those were the ambassador books, which are so cool. And then I sat down and talked with the young lady at the booth about becoming an ambassador and possibly doing some of that work in my area. I know that Greg from Black Cat Comics does that. So we're going to kind of look into maybe a different area in Utah and see if it's possible. But I'd love to do that. But We Live, of course, that's like a $35, $40 book. They had them for $5. I grabbed a handful of those. Very cool book there. And then we were over at the Source Point table, and Source Point actually had Frank Gogol there, and he was showing off his Dead End Kids stuff, and of course the No Heroin books. He had those over there as well. Frank's a great guy and really supportive of the community. But Garrett Gunn was also there. Of course, Garrett Gunn, creator of Cold Dead Hands. I ended up getting this, the first book, and I read about halfway through it. It was a Hive Comics exclusive, and I just didn't want to go too much further into it, but I really liked the story, so I grabbed this one, and Garrett actually signed it to the Rogue Trader, Garrett Gunn. So super cool book. I can't wait to dig into that. In the trade paperback, he had all of his books. He had War Corns laying out there, a couple other goodies, but I was able to snag these. So this is going to be the next hot book. The guys in the Stray Dogs groups are going crazy over this book. Good Boy. It's kind of like John Wick the dog. So that's super cool concept. Garrett was gracious enough. He signed and remarked all the copies for me. Signed or remarked. He did 2 remarks, 3 signings. Really cool to have those. That's getting to be like a $75 book on eBay. So I'm glad I was able to snag those. Ash cans. And then, as everybody knows, I'm picking up the Midnight Sun stuff. And this is a book that I needed for the personal collection. Spirits of Vengeance, Rise of the Midnight Suns. This is #1. This is Ghost Rider teaming up with Johnny Blaze, or an early 90s run that was so cool. And these are starting to really pop off. So I think I paid $2 for this thing. still polybagged. I'm buying them polybagged because they all have posters that fit together. So I'm going to pick up all 6 posters and kind of do a collage of them. So, but that was today's finds. Got some buttons from Aftershock, Join the Future. And then, of course, the new Rogue Trader shirts. We are, I just want to pop on real quick, show what I got today. There's going to be a much bigger haul tomorrow, I'm sure. And we will do a little bit of filming. I'm not sure if I'm going live at the con. Cell phone reception was not great in there. So I may end up recording it and splicing everything together and uploading it. We'll take a look at it and see how that works out. But there's some great stuff, some fantastic artists. I got a chance to speak with Tony Fleeks today about the Stray Dogs, because I've got the Stray Dogs retailer or exclusive preview. I own one, and it's the only one I've ever seen that's been autographed. So what we know at this point is there were 200 made total, no more. And out of that 200, 10% of them have been signed, and I happen to have one. So, but Good Boy, it's written by Gary Gunn. It's Gunn, Blanche, Willis, and Lentz. And I have to admit, I know nothing about, what's the name of it? The Keanu Reeves thing that this is based on, John Wick. So I know nothing about John Wick. But apparently he has a dog. Something happens to the dog in the John Wick movies or whatever. And this is loosely based on that dog. So I don't know much about it. But I know that it's getting a lot of press. The book is popping off like crazy. And we're seeing it a lot in the Stray Dogs group.
I thought it was written about his dog.
Well, I don't know. I don't know much about it. But I am going to, I got the ash can here. I got like 5 of them. I might swing by and pick up a couple more if they have any left. They were going pretty quick. And they only had, I mean, they're ash cans, so they only had a short handful of them. But yeah, that's about all I know about the book, other than it's extremely hot, extremely popular, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. But tomorrow, we're going to be hanging out with the guys from the Portland Comic Crew at one point or another. I can't wait to kind of meet up with Bob and Bueller, Sam, Damien, the rest of the guys. Nick, the comic nerd, how's it going today? So yeah, and hopefully we'll have a nice haul to show you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go digging in some long boxes and see what we can come up with. So I'm going to get some sleep, and we will talk to you later, traders.